out there in the middle as he got the cap presentation from Mark Taylor. Change for India as well. Rohit Sharma confirming he will open the batting for India moving up from the middle order. And Washington Sundar comes in for Shubman Gill. So a lot of all-rounders and bowlers in the middle order.
Fantastic scenes. Iconic day at an iconic venue. Rohit Sharma has the opportunity to fire up his troops in what is, as Ravi Shastri describes, moving day in this Test series. It's one apiece, and what a memorable occasion for this young man, Sam Constas, becoming the 4th youngest men's Australian Test match cricketer. The youngest opening batter, and he'll be out there with Usman Khawaja to try and take on Jasprit Bumrah. A day he will never, ever forget. Of course, India have...
a stiff breeze at the back of two teams. Take wickets has been...
First of his Test career.
Well, that feels good. To himself, bang, gets one on his...
You'd love a heart rate.
A little bit wary, and that was a 50-50 defensive shot.
Oh! Before they are now, so too.
Off your first Test.
Go on. Nice smile.
A little fuller and a little straighter here. It looks now. You feel like
they've gone up. Back into Khawaja. Review down the pitch. It's just no sir. Michael Goff.
Experience in the past. It's been discussed in team meetings. Is that right?
Even though it was given out, it might have just been pretty close.
It's whether you challenge it or not. If Khawaja, he had that big...
Had to get off the mark. Just strain a good length. Just the wrong... Plays the ball very...
The number 6.
So the strike still had...
And Sundar in for Shubman.
Thought they would have kept Gill, and probably they've opted, they feel where Jadeja batted.
Yeah. Been pretty handy in these last 2 tests. We don't want to show the play these sorts of shots. I mean, willing to take the bowling on, but...
Be thinking in his mind if he misses.
Five gone.
The idea would be to target the balls.
The Constas.
Out of the bat there, the 5th time. Certainly get 2 first time today.
From Khawaja, who's on the back foot, so it really sort of rotates and swivels.
Full requests of all sorts.
And too high.
It's back in like an off-cutter.
It's almost a bit like Steve Smith.
That's one man.
Well, this is just a modern day game.
Back and things hotting up. Third time, 1 bounce, 4.
On the money this time around.
Comes down to... But is he...
I cannot believe this.
It's all the way!
I'll show you. I can. The nets. He does play
All the way, hasn't it? Certainly not used to it. The straight and narrow a bit.
Take on Bumrah.
Yeah, he said he had it.
From Bumrah as yet. Trying to out-pick.
He's got it. But this is pure. And that may be the best.
The most profit.
Signalled. 4. And just for the moment, 1 for 26.
As you'll ever see if to the Boxing Day Test. This
was sitting at the round table behind. 7 or 8 yards over.
Well, he's double his. King the bowlers bowl to him.
And what if it's set up before the rotated?
the Boxing Day Test.
This would have been the first time youngest ever Test opener player. His mentor is
Hurstville over where Sir Donald Brown.
Tell you what, they've also done 14 and a half. Something different, 32 for no loss.
He's come here with Jasprit Bumrah to play it once, tries.
That was your 3 slips. You didn't have
With the man
So there.
Yes. Described them beautifully, but when all ramp leg side.
It has to.
And with the way that actually felt. And what does it do, Constance? It's what served him.
Series from around the wicket, and that's the
Playing their shot. This generation. More runs. A good toss to win. And that's a Mohwaja shot. Just look at some of these shots.
Yep, and he doesn't care. Oh, Bumrah was bowling he waited on it, he didn't follow.
him on the up here. He realised he's gone at him.
The interesting thing about the thing, wow, what a player.
It's a win-win situation.
It was meant to go.
He's happy.
He's now playing with their leg.
Hands like his backward point. Take.
I think Michael Goff's just had field. Hey.
Who did you think he would be there?
It's a skill that's allowed him absolutely nobody.
Well, the audacious got inside.
He doesn't care. He is not fair.
You have to be thumbs outside leg stump and be ready. Long way away.
They're not going to write that.
It's state cricket. Right, 21 wickets at 10.
Right, where's the field? But he's corrected himself just, and he finds space for a bounce on Bumrah. 2 point.
His most iconic way.
Yorker.
Wasn't great, but who cares? 2 for no loss after
The outcome of this innings, whoever's
living there.
Did on it beautifully.
The end of the over. It's fun to watch this young brigade.
Gawaja, why were they over?
Time up.
Because I think Sam Consis will.
The left armour or the off?
India going with 2 spinners for this Testers.
There is a fielder there. He'll take 2. There was no.
Well, they tried him out with that, and
Afternoon, the headline will be.
He's back for a couple boxes for the cricket and see something that's supposed to Khawaja. Constance Vaughan, he took 30 taken off a first.
It's been a very possibility that clearly has got
Date over. Just full control at the moment. I would be hurrying up. Full. He charges back for a second. The umpire holds his hands up. And Constance.
he's had a confrontation with Virat.
Absolute. Heard it. Cannon off the.
As this pitch is doing plenty.
He's hitting the Indians off there. Not a great deal of.
And a little bit of lip, they all just.
Morning. Billy.
See, this is where it becomes Siraj can bowl his best.
With nobody out on the offside to step to the leg side and how we get him out.
Yeah,
And he's used to opening with a blow.
he'll be listening. Sorry, Dave. More of a dash than he did.
After 14. The quickest of all time. Khawaja wide of the crease.
Sometimes on debut, or you figure.
Well, the captain.
Barge into each other. Experienced pro being wound up. Kohli.
It's it over the top of Kyle Rahul. It wasn't in Suarez.
He was out playing. I don't. Virat's such an his wicket, but
Just calms things down.
just to guide you.
Heard it beautifully timed off the.
Just to try and get some control. Latches onto it quickly.
Khawaja, so the final break.
Bumrah might be saying to the better of me.
Normally is more.
There we go, against spin.
Stunning first. By far and away Australia's.
I think oddly enough as well, you looking at how.
You can't speak to husband about just as you're at the other end, 38. Now there've been so many games, and when you play at the hard ramp shot to Bumrah.
Just backs away. Already used one. hand gesture for down leg.
Looks like was going down.
Fix the front pad first. If it had to
For a single, do you get involved? Yes, it's all up to you, isn't it? Skipper and
sure as to the height.
And what do you get from your bowlers?
Sure, I'll let you know when it happens.
Good. The final ball of the...
Move the field around, so...
Yeah, he's just with his... you almost feel when...
Yeah, that's right. There's actually been a bit in this pitch.
Edged.
Because he plays it late. He plays it quite nicely. I guess staring at.
conscious.
Hitting knock. He's going to...
Big ovation, that's for sure. Benson cutting into the pad.
And this is why...
Didn't it? It was angled in, and I thought for a moment it might have been Michael Goff, and his career. Jadeja has done the trick, and Asia leg stump, so it's straightened enough. Wicket and hit him over mid on for 6. And Jadeja 3 or 4 balls, but he's
Still a bit of movement in this track.
Impression he was playing for survival. There's it. Jadeja, even on that occasion.
Away for 4. That'll feel good. Labuschagne.
Offer. So just
there's a nice face.
At the end of the over, on show from Labuschagne. I love this. You know,
I'd love to see Khawaja either go for into play shots on his.
it's more across the stump. Past.
With the breeze from the Shane.
Boxing Day. Overdone. Position, and when he's playing it with balance, you know. Siraj there. What an arena. Over pitches on that occasion.
After lunch, so they've got a great...
With this ball 20 and
You got
not once, not twice.
a couple of runs, maybe,
It's amazing how you see on that.
in terms of Pat Cummins can't get that.
And he's
A lot of pace.
lull the batsman into a false sense.
To go before the lunch break.
Their plans and their tactics.
There's a test match with the series level.
Young man Sam Constas on the Indian boot. A lot to get out of his 60 off 65. Rohit lays down this entertaining test innings. You'll thought they were broken 4.5 and over between India's master bat, but increase. Like Usman Khawaja, and it'll be okay. Just a little
Session, wasn't it? Sam Constas, Indians, their way of thinking, and into this second session.
Bowling attack under a little bit of pressure. Much the momentum has continued back out, and it wouldn't surprise me if...
a sort of 40 degrees was predicted. Reasonably comfortable out.
He does the rest of his career, Sam Constas.
The second one failed again.
Yeah, it almost dragged Usman along too.
This second session. Well, this will be a really on a masterclass of fast India. How deeply can surface.
An opportunity.
On that delivery, he's just trying to get himself going, Mark. I think has been to let the ball go.
There's a
Tell you what, it's not far away from.
I think Mark saying, I might have touched it. Team's out there.
To start in Test cricket about, but funnily enough,
The pull shot from Usman Khawaja.
a little bit this series, but a little bit short on this.
Maybe the Indians haven't quite been walking into it. He's 5 quality bowlers and 3.
This is a challenge for Usman Khawaja.
Not sure if he's
We have seen a few, but a couple since lunch. The lunch.
Off the first ball of that over. Edged. This pitch may not have the carry.
gone nowhere really.
Good third one that's fallen short.
34.
Or a copper suit.
Copper. All of Sopranos.
It's not me.
Browns, didn't he? Covered.
Out in the middle. Ready.
You do that when you go to the league, don't you?
A few joggers.
So
There you go. It's on there, I think. There's a few.
And a little bit guilty a number of no balls.
Well, Jasper probably gets one.
Yep. One for 108.
Marnus Labuschagne was.
He's just walking into
On the screen, degrees of swing.
later in the summer.
I do. I'm just.
Conscious batter, that's what you're going to
Oh,
do.
that's right.
Lose many.
So that's
It's the third time that the edge is up. You need to come up.
Sure, he's too Sam Constance is in it.
Pops back. Develop back into the typical crowd again.
No, I reckon this is lucky. Yeah, I think you're right.
To go. Oh. Oh.
That was This is good from India.
Archer Labuschagne and Smith Labuschagne and 8 on.
Labuschagne 1 for 109.
Now from that hyper extent.
Shots like that. His game is in.
Dex, Sydney, next, long on. Good. The
50s. And that thick outside edge will do.
First 50. And he's played really well. And his player comes into a waking up every morning, just difficult time for him at the top of the order. It's not
at asunder.
option for Sarah. I think he's surprised.
Just
140.
just backward to square, and he's prevails with a no. Corner makes as well.
I think this is a good change.
Ball that's outside off stump, and he just shape away. And you see that right.
Cover point, Michael. Really time it. Carter had hurt him.
Impressive with the bat.
I think you probably
Tied in on the website. Just a finger brain. It's tested already 1,500. He's ready. Under the. Only collect 200. There's a sneak. When Shane once a year made.
Left-handers to score heavily. The thought landing in from outside off.
Roger.
mark here. They need a little bit of
partnership up to 49.
The ball gets about 40. Partnerships back to back.
And truly doing their job. Some of the most correct.
Although he did just speak to us.
Australia, and it will be a risk against Jadeja. Not always but to bring back his.
For 1 for 143. Feelings the day before.
Test matches have been upon us. That's
today, and you want to start voting the day before. Marnus Labuschagne uses his hands.
The
was where India.
The Boxing Day test, but it's been forever. Like 18.
And the good thing about that shot, he was always
lands it to a little bit of fluency.
In that way, but cannot believe it.
And the soft dismissal, toe end, and to get a wicket in that fashion.
For him, an unexpected.
It's a good run.
Yeah, Kent's 2 for 91 in the 4th.
About playing the ramp.
5 for 2.
He's got him out. Problem in Australia gambling.
Now this is how the game goes.
Suddenly, then now they've left.
I think it's been a genuine.
Don't hold yourself back. Oh, it's good ball.
Try to fire in that.
Well, you know, he'd been
But there are risks
quick for his hands.
to the bowler when that's just happened.
Even Kawadi, that's.
Yes.
Get him defending.
Over there. He slip a bouncer in. Destiny. Done it.
He's such a better player. Really trying to. It's like he's going to get out.
And only 53 at
Just the 1 wicket to 4.
On signalling his intention.
Marnus, we saw him down.
Korea. So they've been very side off stump, and he eases it down. 50 for Marnus Lab in the series, and
He's having to work really hard. 50 from 100.
It was all about timing. 7 from it. Marnus 9-7. It was 3 rather. Well, passed as well as the 200.
Ground, not just in that wonderful grandstand. Steve Fours, clear intentions here. It's time to cash in on 58th and backing himself in every 2 for 208.
Bay 13.
One's coming. They hustle back for 3.
Partner in. I had a lack of tension. That's why I had. I think once you get selected.
It was Joe Root. The third one is 1-1, and he's trying to reverse. Will probably get out.
Mentioned short pitch stuff.
Not quite a snoop.
Can produce. Well, Steve Smith, if he chose to.
And we saw it.
And a lovely flowing matches. It's just about trying to create spin, you would say, in this
They don't mind coming down the track or get 2 tests.
Yeah, we normally.
Just wonder whether that selection in the first, trying to hit it.
Head back. It's Virat Kohli.
Concentration.
It's an absolute gift. Just didn't get the element. This jump well. A break in concentration. Well set, Marnus.
Nice footwork and timing. Oh, all sorts of problems.
Absolute tough.
That's why he brought him back.
Run of play. Australia were 140, and now shoulders, arms. Have a look at the Indian. Second
again.
And that is a bonus. 2 quick wickets.
Oh, they'll feel they can make 4 fielders coming in from everywhere.
Much better than this. The theatre from the #1 bowler.
Holding into the surface.
Mitchell Marsh.
Looks home, and they're just
He's at his best, crunching it through the cover.
just simplicity.
defence. Suddenly batting becomes difficult. Too full to pull. India back in it.
India raw back into the test.
Higher at the MCG than anywhere. He's having a good summer.
More treatment, which is not a great sign. He may be just going for just a
Drag back.
Coming into this test match.
Hours ago. It's an intro to bat.
Well, I mean, you've got to have the talent. You'll find Benny, we saw him last week. Sam Constas, I've seen him score hundreds of.
It seemed to me it's a different game from 289 or something. When they want to be for 5.
Pretty poorly so far.
Well, looks like he'll be out soon. I'm quite.
How big is his arm? What easily
You
looks.
can, but yeah.
As a player, when you're coming in off the
7. Being at 2.5, 3.
Be as a batting all-rounder.
Started bowling. He started as he bowled more.
Just on the, it's a poor choice, Agger in this debutant, and it's
Take a call as
Risky little strategy.
it's funny. Bumrah went the charge. Jaspreet Bumrah, not a minute.
Between the wickets. Yeah. For the Australians. There's a fraction. A little bit of shape away from the left wicket this morning, and he aggressive approach of Alex Carey. 17 minutes.
he's not afraid to play.
Having watched the leg side and on drives.
The second new ball for Akash, lose their 6th.
Bat on numerous occasions. Once again, the first delivered off the seam, taken the outside.
Of India rebounded after that 6.
It's the energy. Rishabh Pant in the series. It's been a healthy one.
That wicket.
It's in the gully. Deep.
The odd ball has bounced. Surprised. So I think the cracks open. I think the cover of Ras. Omana said it was not.
The ebbs and flows, and
I think that it has been traded from it looks a home.
he's off stump. Ready to engage. Bartlett, interesting stat. Batted first at the MC. Down, and then you extract it.
How Akashdeep collapses.
Too much angle on it.
Well, it's time left. 10 minutes to go. Bad as well at this stage.
If the Darryl Cullinan McGrath, well, here's one test at an average of about 5.
Cummins to Sydney.
The importance.
None for 38 off his foot. Sprint through, they want as many as that. Here's Akash. Day, that's terrific. And Pay supported this tomorrow and then Saturday.
Toss getting 300 on day.